the 8th of May as the day the country will go to the polls. Numerous parties are contesting the South African public's vote, but two are expected to lead the pack: the governing ANC and the official opposition, the Democratic Alliance. Will the ANC continue to capture the majority, spearheaded by Ramaphosa, or will the DA build on its success in 2014 and gain even more votes? Well, ANC head of elections, Fikile Mbalula, and the DA's campaign director, Jonathan Mokes, join us now as part of our 2019 election focus. Good evening to both of you, gentlemen, and thank you very much for joining us. Let me start with you, Jonathan, if I may, very quickly. What does your job entail? What do you do on a typical day?
Good evening, Vuyo. It's great to be on your show, and thanks very much. My typical job is running the campaign, ensuring that Mmusi Maimani's message of hope and change, focused on building one South Africa for all, is delivered to all South Africans across the country through various platforms, and ensuring that we build up towards the true game changer on the 8th of May, which will be to take power away from the ANC.
Fikile Mbalula, what do you do on a typical day? What do you do the minute you walk into your office and until you chaisa?
I coordinate ANC strategy overall of the campaign, the direction, and defining the message of the ANC and ensuring that it filters down and all ANC structures are on board and we have an effective campaign running.
Have you been given a target, Mr. Mbalula, about how much you need to bring in through your campaigns?
Well,
ANC is now standing at what, 62%?
Well, that's what the polls are saying. So we watch them closely, both ourselves and also looking at generally what is being polled there by independent institutions. So there's nothing we leave to chance. We analyze, we look at the numbers with our team, and so that we are ready. And we don't take polls for granted. And that is why, in terms of our campaign, it is important, the question of how we coordinate ourselves and our work going forward.
Jonathan, you're sitting at 22% in the National Assembly currently. Have your bosses been given you a target? Have they given you a target to say this is where we want to go from here?
Yeah, Vuyo, we have some very, very clear targets in this election. One wants to grow our share of the national vote quite significantly, but we're very much focused on certain provinces. We naturally want to retain the Western Cape, and we want to form governments in Gauteng and the Northern Cape.
Have you been given a target, Mr. Mbalula, and have you been given a budget?
We're striving for overwhelming majority. We do have a budget to win this election.
How much is it?
Well, I'm not privy to disclose that because it is our own secret weapon.
I thought you were in the era of openness, where you're going to disclose.
Well, we will disclose everything after the election. So if I tell you my budget now, it will basically put me at another level in terms of my opponents and so on. So definitely, for sure, the law allows, you will know how much we spend on the campaign.
Jonathan Noakes, how much have you got?
Well, we're raising money every day from a wide-ranging amount of South Africans. It's far more challenging for us than from our colleagues from the ANC who can rely on Bosasa and the Guptas.
Is that who you rely on?
No, that is something else. I mean, we don't rely on Bosasa and the Guptas. There are South Africans who, like all other political parties, we have been asking and talking to openly. You were in Durban when we held a gala dinner where we asked people to support and thank them for supporting the ANC. We're fundraising left and right. We're a political party. We don't have monopoly over fundraising and the source of money. Political parties all around fundraise, and we do that. So we don't have any Bosasa or Gupta money.
Jonathan, the billboards part of your campaign got off to a rocky start. Do you now regret that Life Esidimeni Marikana advert?
No, absolutely not, Voyo. We stand by that billboard. The ANC government has, through its very uncaring actions, killed South Africans through Life Esidimeni, through Marikana, through pit toilet tragedies, and through its mismanagement of the crime situation. So we stand by that. We believe South Africa needs change, and it needs change in the form of a caring government that will keep corruption out and that will put a job in every home.
Do you maintain that even after, some of the survivors and victims raised their objections?
Well, I think that was a few survivors, Voyo. Musi Maimane appeared together with families of Esidimeni about 2 days before the voter registration weekend, and those families were very, very grateful for the fact that we highlighted the issue and highlighted the uncaring government led by the ANC that is causing the murder of many South Africans.
Fikile Mbalula, you may not have liked what the DA said in those adverts, but Life Esidimeni and Marikana did indeed happen under your watch, didn't they?
Yes, it did happen under our watch, and we took steps to address that. We didn't cow our heads in the sand and run away from responsibility. We established a commission. A commission brought the results under Justice Dikamo Seneke, and that at the end, nothing will bring the life of the loved ones back to those families. That is much regrettable. Steps have been taken, heads have fallen, people have stepped down from positions. That is important. And it cannot be replaced even by compensation. That is not an emphasis. There is nothing that will bring back that life. Marikana, the same. The steps have been taken, and commissions have been established. People were hurt, people died, and that is why we have had to look at the whole notion of professionalizing the police force and for police to act with professionalism in approaching such situation. Never again should such happen under our watch.
Gentlemen, I'm looking at some of today's top stories, and Eskom is, of course, our lead story this evening. Jonathan, how does your party propose to deal with the Eskom question, hopefully once and for all?
Well, I think the best way to deal with the Eskom situation is to vote for a new government on the 8th of May, a government that's actually capable of managing the real problems that South Africa faces, such as load shedding. We were very pleased to see in President Ramaphosa's State of the Nation a desire to split Eskom, but it didn't go far enough. The DA has tabled an ISMO bill that seeks to split up Eskom and actually make sure it operates effectively. But ultimately, the best way to stop the lights going out is to shut the lights out on the ANC on the 8th of May.
Fikile Mbalula, how worried are you that the Eskom situation will, put you in a bit of an awkward position when you have to go out there to the electorate asking for their votes?
We are very much happy about the fact that government is doing something about it. Learning from experience, Eskom has been a big headache for government. We are the only government that have come out to the fore and admitted that it is a big risk. President pronounced that in the State of the Nation and said that there are bold and decisive steps that need to be taken if we are to address the crisis that this country may face, including the collapse of the economy. And part of those steps is the question of examining the question of equity partnership, which is based on experience, because this thing keeps gobbling the resources which are meant for the fiscus to address the basic needs of our people. The question of restructuring it through unbundling process to enable it to function at the maximum speed and so that the economy does not. That's what a visionary government does, and that's what the president has put before the nation boldly and said that we will achieve all of this by talking to all our partners and take them actually on board, the unions, business, and everybody. We mean business. We admit where there have been pitfalls because that is based on experience. So we are not here to defend the falling. We are here to uplift and to advance and grow South Africa.
Another big story today, Jonathan, is of course the inquiry into Nomgcobo Jiba and Lawrence Mkhwebu's fitness to hold office at the NPA. From where you sit as the Democratic Alliance, where did the wheels come off? In other words, what's responsible for what we're seeing at the NPA today?
Yes, well, I think it's again down to an ANC that puts itself first, that puts the enrichment of a corrupt elite first and wants to shield them from all accountability. And it was the hollowing out of institutions under an ANC government that was determined to go against our country's constitution. So fundamentally, the issues that we are seeing in numerous commissions that are happening are a legacy of just ANC mismanagement that has just, quite frankly, as the President himself says, has wasted 9 years. And again, let me maintain, the only way to guarantee actual action, because it's just a whole lot of summits and commissions and plans and visions, that's not good enough. What we need is a state of action, and that's why this election is so important, because it's a chance for South Africans to vote for a party, for a movement that can actually take action and bring the change that South Africa needs, change that protects our constitution and our institutions such as the NPA.
Fikile Mbalula, what went wrong at the NPA?
Change has happened. We've got a new boss of the Hawks. We've done away with Ntlemeza decisively. Change has happened. We've got a new NDPP who's got the support of this great nation. Change is happening as we speak. We don't talk about something that is yet to come, and you don't know whether it will ever happen. The commissions are established precisely to address all of these issues. You see, Vuyo, when you cleanse or you clean a sore point, you clean it thoroughly, you know, and so that you learn from it, but at the same time, actions need to be taken. There will be action. People will be arrested, those who are implicated. The law enforcement agencies must do that. President Ramaphosa speaks at the SONA and say that without fear or favor, take them on, take corruption on. And this is one of the cardinal strategic points of this government going forward. We have been led here, Vuyo. I mean, we don't talk about the future and we can't experience it today. Yes, indeed, we are the first to say the 25 years has been the 25 years of the good and the bad. And part of the bad is these things we are talking about, which we are eradicating.
Gentlemen, you have a few seconds each. At the last election, Cobes Musiwalikota had to eat a hat complete with tomato sauce. I need your predictions here, and if they are wrong, come May the 9th, you're going to eat something. Will your party be up or down come the 9th of May?
We're working very hard to realize overwhelming majority.
May,
I'm confident that we will realize that overwhelming victory come the 8th of May.
Will you be up or down from your current number?
We'll be up. Overwhelming victory.
Jonathan Mokes?
We'll be certainly up, and I think Fikile is going to have to eat his hat on the 9th of May. Change is coming. It's going to be a game changer.
Gentlemen.